So, I am just going to go through and practice Dutch on video because I might as well show what I've been working on, kind of. This is one of the things I've been working on, but I'll do this and then explain a bit of what I've been practicing and working on. This is koud.
Het is koud.
De weervoorspelling.
De weersvoorspelling.
I put the S on the end of weers. Het is koud.
Het is koud.
De weersvoorspelling.
De weersvoorspelling. Het sneeuwt.
And now I can go. Currently, the actual next lessons I have is driving around and stuff. These are the lessons I've done so far. Shopping for food, transportation, routines, stuff about bathrooms and at the house, managing money, time, book stuff, writing stuff, a lot of writing stuff about jobs, stuff about getting around and just doing things around places that speak Dutch, such as the Netherlands, which is one of the only places that speaks Dutch. I wonder where I will be using this. I wonder. Anyhow, this is basically what I have been working on. And then if I go over here, I'm trying to go into the basics category and max out all of my basics so that I'd stop getting recommended basics. Except, I guess I can do seasons next, but weather ready. I might as well do that one. Is there anything more for weather? Okay, good.
De paraplu.
That's an umbrella. Yeah. The paraplu. I knew
De paraplu.
image. I already knew that word. The paraplu.
De paraplu.
The hoed.
De hoed.
The paraplu.
De paraplu.
Para.
De regenjas.
De regenjas.
De regenjas.
Ja.
De regenjas.
De hoed.
De hoed.
De paraplu.
De paraplu.
De hoed.
De hoed. De zonnebrandcrème.
Ja.
De zonnebrandcrème.
De zonnebrandcrème.
De zonnebrandcrème.
I need to go and...
De paraplu.
What did I say yes to that it wasn't? I wasn't even...
De regenjas. De paraplu. De regenjas. De laarzen.
Ja.
De laarzen. De laarzen. De zonnebril. De zonnebrandcrème.
said a different word than zonnebread.
De laarzen.
Which word? It just was long enough that I was like...
De paraplu. De regenjas. De handschoenen. De
Dutch
handschoenen.
and German both have that? Okay.
De handschoenen. De paraplu. De handschoenen. De regenjas. De handschoenen. De hoed. De paraplu. De zonnebril. De sjaal. De sjaal.
They use shawl for both scarves and actual shawls. Okay, there's no difference. No.
De sjaal.
I have read Dutch crochet
De
patterns and knitting
regenjas.
patterns before because I was stubborn. I wanted to just make what they were making and they were free. And one of the shawl ones used shawl. Let's see, basics. Weather ready. I need just one more.
De oorwarmers.
Oh, nice.
De oorwarmers. De oorwarmers.
The oorwarmers. The
De laarzen.
no.
De laarzen.
Or nee. The zonnebrandcrème.
De zonnebrandcrème. De oorwarmers.
No.
De zonnebrandcrème. De oorwarmers. De zonnebril. De oorwarmers.
That's completed. So, the fun fact of the situation. I am moving to work in the Netherlands as a self-employed individual through the Dutch-American Friendship Treaty. And so I need to know Dutch enough to be able to do my job. And this is how I am learning it.
Achter.
But, oh, behind.
Achter.
But this is not the only way that I get to learn Dutch.
Achter.
There are other ways too. So if I stop this, we can look at some other ways that I can learn Dutch. As you can tell, I visited this site before. So this site has lessons with tests. Here are the tests. There's also crosswords and other training materials too. But this is one of the best sites I have found that teaches about Dutch. Another resource is Duolingo. Duolingo gets things wrong. Duolingo also tends to be a lot of typing and a lot of reading and a lot of translating back and forth. As you have seen with this app, I have not been reading in English for the translations for most of it. And if I can go to my settings somehow, I can disable the translations like that. I can, on my mobile app, I have the native assist turned off so that I don't see the English version of words except for the first time it's introduced. The first time it's introduced, if I accept the word fast enough before it shows the word, I never see the English word and I just have the image to associate it with. And that is the best way I have to learn the language, because I learn best without associating English with the language much, if at all. It's better for me to go back afterwards and be like, okay, what does this translate back to into English, than to learn it first with the English translation and be translating from English into Dutch. And that's a good way to learn languages, is to just learn the language as it is instead of translating, if you can, because then you are not going to be just basically translating from your native language into the other language or languages by default. You're going to be thinking in that language from the start. And if you can't come up with a word, you can look up that word in your native language, but you fill in that word from your native language that you translated into that language with the language that you know from with not translating into that language, that you know just because you've learned context to what it means. But yeah, this is how I am practicing Dutch other than talking to Dutch friends. It is free to start with, but it only lets you practice one time a day. I don't have the free version. There's a reason why I have gotten so far, but it has been worth it for me because I can also learn other languages, which I will be. There's Swedish, there is German, there is Spanish for whenever I want to go back to that. There's a lot of languages. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Adios.